Welcome back, folks. Sheepdog Smokey here, and I'm hoping that this will be a beginning to a good week. Uh, it's likely not, though, because, as always, we have the media playing both sides. When anything is said by Biden, Clinton, Pelosi, Schumer, Waters, Feinstein, Booker, any of them, the media fawns over everything, and this is the best way to handle everything. In 2009, we had H1N1, the swine flu, and we had a lot of people get very sick and a lot of people die. There is a press conference, there's video, which you'll see in a moment, where someone asks if President Obama deciding to go golfing was putting a positive spin and reassuring Americans. Yet, today, President Trump not screaming at everyone, stay in your homes, don't even open the door, and doing everything the Democrats want, which would destroy the world, or the country's economy at the very least, is wrong. President Trump is not out golfing. He is working with his cabinet to handle multiple things. But because it's President Trump, he is just unqualified because he hasn't magically made the world perfect. But let's look at the video.
What, if anything, are we meant to read into the fact that President Obama decided to go golfing today? Is this part of your effort to reassure Americans that there's no need to panic?
I'm not sure I would draw a direct conclusion between the news today and the president's golf. I think, as Mr. Brennan said, the president has been updated regularly on this, and will continue to do so, as we will continue to regularly update you.
Is it possible that your impulse to put a positive spin on things may be giving Americans a false sense of hope?
No, I don't think so.
Misrepresenting the preparedness right now. What do you say the Americans were scared, though? I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say.
Notice how the person giving the press briefing said that it's not about putting a positive spin, and you shouldn't really worry about this. He's being briefed regularly. He's being kept informed about the situation. Yet when a doctor or Vice President Pence or the press secretary or anyone says that President Trump is being briefed, the press still freak out that he is not standing in front of them 24/7, fawning over their work to destroy his administration. For President Obama, this was very, very much he can do no wrong. Well, he's the president. He has a lot to think about, and he should have some time to go and unwind and relax. With President Trump, you are required to focus on this one thing that we want you to focus on right now. We'll change it moment to moment. We won't tell you until you're not doing it, and then we'll demand your impeachment for not being psychic and making the world perfect in our view. This situation right now with COVID-19 is very serious. I will never say it's not. Influenza, rhinovirus, other things are very serious and should not be taken lightly. For the past 22 years, I have been a carrier, an asymptomatic carrier of tuberculosis. I'm very careful when I donate blood. I'm very careful about getting the flu or a cold or anything. I worked as a jailer for a year in a county jail. Jails are breeding grounds for common cold, influenza, and other things because you have people living in close quarters. One of them gets sick, they all get sick. It's just part of my life now. My doctor is aware of it, and he regularly checks when I get sick to see if other symptoms are coming. It's just part of my life. I don't focus on it. I remember it. I don't forget about it, but that's all I have to do. President Trump is very much not focusing on one thing. You see, he has the economy, and he has the military, and he has the other hundreds of things every day that he needs to consider and think about and address and act on. He is bombarded by idiotic questions from the press every time he talks to them. Yet, they still seem to think If we treat him the opposite of the way we treated Obama, that means we can impeach him. This situation is very serious. If you saw my video about the interesting theory from the doctor, this is a very, very different virus. Normally, a virus would affect the immunocompromised and the very young more than anyone who is healthy. The elderly are going to be affected more than the younger people, younger adults, just because their immune systems are older. But we're not seeing hardly any children affected, especially the young children, which is very odd. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to say this was engineered to kill the older people who the Democrats hate because they tend to vote red. If it's proven correct, I won't be surprised. But until other people can prove it, I'm just saying it's a theory. And that's all it is. But it's being used. This is the latest item the press and the Democrats have leapt on to say President Trump isn't doing his job. He is doing his job. He is working for the betterment of Americans first. That should be the job of any leader of any country, is to work for the betterment of their citizens first. Why is it we are hearing so many demands that we not be racist by referring to geography and not, well, doctors are saying that hydroxychloroquine works. But then we have Governor Whitmer saying you're not allowed to use it. You'll be arrested if you use that. Because some absolute moron took aquarium cleaner, which is chloroquine phosphate. Not the same thing. Not what Trump was talking about. Trump mentioned that medical professionals are seeing good results from hydroxychloroquine, which is not aquarium cleaner. Some idiot decides, well, this name sounds similar, so it must be the same thing. I'll take it. Oh, sorry, I died. Blame Trump for me. And the media jump all over it. And then we get governors ordering that it not be used. We have Cuomo finally admitting there was a stockpile of respirators. Why weren't they being used the second that they were found? Why was the stockpile still there long enough for you to lie about it and finally admit it? What we're seeing is a coordinated use of a viral outbreak by Democrats to demand they be handed total power. Their allies in the media are going right along with it, demanding that the Democrats be handed total power. The Democrats are going to try to cheat in November. We're already seeing them delay primary. What's going to happen in the media when the Democrats say, we can't hold any more primaries, we're going with what we had, Joe Biden? The media is going to praise them. If the Republicans did that, there would be outrage from the media. They're not listening to the people. But I won't be surprised at all to hear someone like Cuomo or Newsom or Whitmer up in Michigan, I believe, just declare, during this crisis, we are not able to ensure your safety and hold a primary election at the same time. We're going to trust the Democrats to extrapolate the data based on the few states they have and announce the winner. And Democrats and liberals the world over will cheer. We're seeing a coordinated push using a viral outbreak to shoehorn Joe Biden onto the ticket, to cheat in November so that they can raise your taxes, destroy our medical care, open our borders, and cripple the country until we have just civil war. Then they believe the military will side with them, and they will be able to subjugate a country. It's not far-fetched anymore. And I really wish it was. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. I've jumped all over tangential topics. I'm going to stop now. Let me know what you think. As always, be civil in the comments. If one of the idiots like AOC or Pelosi actually show up, which I doubt they ever will, don't be vulgar, just be brutally honest. We, however, can be civil even if we disagree. As always, please remember to subscribe, turn on notifications so you're aware of all new content, such as the video I posted yesterday evening showing my dad building what will eventually be elevated gardens for my mother to use to grow crops. I am sorry I forgot to video installing the hitch. it went on fast. I'm talking like 15 minutes start to finish. And while there were some times during that I'm sure would have been funny on video, I didn't even think to turn on the camera. I am sorry. Until next time, please like and share the video to expand the conversation. Make sure again to subscribe so you're part of the giveaway at 500, 1,000, and 1,500 subscribers. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and have a wonderful day.